Hey, and welcome to another IC82 video. We've got another review for you today, and this is a really special review. Look at this, people, look at it. It's a Dapol Western, a Class 52 Western diesel hydraulic locomotive. It's Western Sovereign in BR green, and its number is D1038. It wasn't £100. I don't think it was. I think it was a little bit less than that. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure because it's not mine. That's something else I need to tell you. This has been lent to me by my very good friend Gareth. I'll put the links to his channel just below, so please do go check out his channel. He's an absolutely incredible mate. I really do love him to bits. He came with me to S&J Models recently, where we saw Nick and the people that run the shop and stuff, and we had a great day, really good day out. He bought this, I bought some trains, and he bought some trains, and this is one of the ones he bought. And I did tell him that I was after a Western myself, and he said, hey, yeah, sure, you can borrow it if you want. It's like, really? Like, yeah, thanks. So here it is. This is Gareth's Western, and it is gorgeous. It is fantastic. I mean, just look at the packaging as well. It's almost identical to Helgen's packaging, isn't it? Look at that. It's just such a big, strong quality. I mean, you could live in that if you were big enough or small enough. It's just a quality box, quality packaging. So thank you, Gareth, for lending me this. I really do appreciate it. I will get a Western eventually. I haven't decided which one to get yet, but it's definitely on my list. I know that they're very popular locomotives, and they're very nice. Dapol have done a good job, I think. We'll see in a bit. So, what do we know about it? What have I got to tell you about it? Well, I did have to do my research on this. I'm not an expert on Westerns. I know quite a little bit about them now, but initially they were always a bit of a mystery to me. And I always used to get them mixed up with the warships as well. But there's a difference. You see, you've got Class 52 Western, and there's another locomotive called the Class 42 Warship. So that's something that I've learned. And the warship is quite curvy. It's got a quite curvy front, and the Western is much more angular and not quite so curvy. Built in 1961, production stopped in 1964. They were made at two sites, Swindon and Crewe. They built a total of 74 of them. 74 of these were built in total. The real thing, not the model. I should imagine there's thousands of the model. Diesel hydraulic, and that's something I really need to talk about. They're diesel hydraulic. Now what does that mean? Right, well, you're sitting comfortably. Here we go. It's lecture time. This is a gorgeous Bachmann Class 66 I have here. And this is diesel electric, not diesel hydraulic. The difference is in the transmission, basically, the way the locomotive is powered. So when you think of a diesel locomotive like this one, you know, billowing out loads of black smoke if it's in particular need of a service, basically you've got a massive diesel engine inside and then an electric generator. So basically the diesel engine burns the diesel, powers a generator which generates electricity, and the electricity is sent down to electric motors on each of the axles that power the wheels. So even though this is a diesel locomotive, it moves thanks to electricity. And that's the same for loads of locomotives. Umpteen locomotives all around the world employ exactly that same technology. So even though they burn diesel, they're only burning diesel to create electricity. They're actually being driven by electricity. Obviously, the power-to-weight ratio is pretty impressive. You can basically get loads and loads of energy out of a tank of fuel. And then when that fuel is burned to create electricity, and it's the electricity that drives you, that is pretty efficient. It means you can go for hundreds, maybe even thousands of miles really efficiently and pull great big heavy trains. In fact, the technology is so good and so popular that they're even employing it in cars now. You can even buy hybrid cars where the engine burns fuel, but not to directly drive the wheels through a gearbox. It burns fuel to generate electricity, which is stored in batteries and powers motors that drive the wheels, and that is much more efficient. You can get something like 170 miles to the gallon by doing something like that. And what's the best petrol or diesel can do? It's about 70 miles to the gallon. So it's definitely a very efficient system, but it does have its disadvantages. For a start, that gigantic electric generator, the massive diesel engine, and all those motors on the axles make the locomotive very heavy. Very, very heavy indeed. Diesel hydraulic does not suffer from that same problem. Because the technology is different and inside it's very different, the power to weight ratio is even better with diesel hydraulic. They're lighter locomotives, and because they're lighter, there's decreased track wear as well. You also have higher route availability. So something like this Class 52 Western would pretty much be able to travel anywhere in the UK without any issue. Whereas our great big heavy Class 66 here, it wouldn't be allowed everywhere. There are some areas of the network it would be banned from because it's basically too heavy and it would wear the track away too much and it would be a health and safety hazard and stuff. So the Class 52 has an advantage there, but there are disadvantages as well. This diesel hydraulic technology was German, or at least it was perfected by the Germans in the 1940s and 50s. And yeah, in the 1950s, German stuff wasn't too popular. I don't need to tell you why. Obviously, it's fine now. We all drive Audis and BMWs and Volkswagen Golfs. I mean, I'd love a Golf GTI or a Golf R. So we're absolutely fine. The world is fine with German stuff now. But in the 1950s, it was unacceptable. It was just considered bad taste. You know, it's like it was too soon, sort of thing. And so it wasn't popular, which is a shame because, as we know, German engineering is fantastic. The other problem, though, is that the engines weren't very powerful. Because of the transmission between the diesel engine and the hydraulic transmission which drives the wheels, you had a power maximum rating of about 1,500 horsepower. Anything higher than that, and the transmission just basically couldn't cope with it. It was too much pressure, too much stress on the system. So the 1,500 horsepower is severely limited, isn't it? I mean, this beast here is it over 3,000? Is it 3,500? But with something like this, you're limited to 1,500 per engine. So that's what they did. Because before these, they had the Class 42 warships, they had the high mix. I think they both used the same sort of diesel hydraulic technology. But because they were underpowered, they basically put 2 engines inside this. Yeah, they did. They put 2 engines. That's how they got around the problem. Simple as that. Oh, right, fine, we'll whack 2 in. So they put 2 in. So you've got 1,500 there, 1,500 there, or whatever. Maybe it was like 750, I'm not too sure. But they put 2 engines inside. And then because of that, they found an unexpected bonus in that the locomotive was more reliable. Basically, if one of the engines failed, the entire unit and your entire train could continue on just one engine. Now that's pretty cool. In fact, that was so cool that they employed exactly that same technique in the HST. They did. The high-speed train, the Class 43, the Intercity 125 that we all know and love, has, one of the reasons it has a power car at one end and a power car at the other is because if one fails, it can still keep going. And it's basically trains like this, locomotives like this Western, that inspired that sort of technique, that sort of direction. So, I think that's really cool. What else have I got to tell you? Yeah, again, the diesel hydraulic thing, it's not perfect. They struggled to reach top speeds of 90 miles an hour. And they did run all over the Western region, which is half their problem because they struggled with the topography of Devon, which is very like that. And so all the hills, all the gradients, all the bumpety didn't mix well with the Westerns. They didn't really like that. They like track to be flat or down, and Devon is like that. Yeah, so that's a bit of a problem, but it's fine. They still did the best they could. They did a really good job. They're really, really popular. They've got a huge legacy, a massive cult following. They are legendary. These trains have legendary status. They were replaced with Class 50s and HSTs, which we both know. We've both seen videos on them. They're really, really good. But here we have a Western. So, lesson's over, enough talking, let's open the box and have a look at this. Okay, well, as I said earlier, the box is just a dream. It's absolutely beautiful. Such high quality. Here we go, Dapol D, Class 52, locomotive, history of the West Coast. Oh, look. I do apologise. You could just basically read everything I've just told you about, although I don't think it'll be as good. I don't think it'll be as entertaining. Oh my gosh, even colour. Colour in the instructions. That is unbelievable. DCC, 21 pin. A blanking plug is installed. And oh my gosh, optional DCC sound as well. So there's even a housing for a speaker. Now that is nice. That is very, very nice. Accessories and optional front valances. Wow. See, this stuff is really quality stuff, people. I mean, a lot of people are like, I don't know about Dapol. I don't know. They're not as big as Hornby or Batman. They are really good. Seriously. I mean, they make tons of wagons. Just go and buy one. You won't be disappointed. Dapol D, history of the Western. Yep, we've looked at that. Maintenance. Please remember, it will need occasional servicing. Yep, we've done videos on that. Lubrication. Failure to oil, as recommended, may affect any warranty claims. Wow, it's like buying a car, isn't it? If you don't get it serviced, then you're in trouble. Please apply oil with great caution. Yes, definitely. Less is more, people. Definitely. Don't apply too much. You'll ruin everything. Trust me. Right. Well, they are fantastic instructions. Some of the nicest high quality instructions I've ever seen included with the locomotive. So that's really good. I'm guessing this is just our little warranty sort of thing. No quibble. 24-month warranty. Gosh. Well, the law states that it's got to be good for a year. Everything you buy has to last a year and be fit for purpose. But here they're giving you 2 years. It's like buying a TV from John Lewis or something. Brilliant. Right, let's put that to one side as well. Okay, so we peel that off, and then inside we've got this block of ice, and then here's some accessories. Look at that. Just look at that. So I guess these are the valances and stuff that they were on about. It looks like we've probably got a bag of vacuum pipes as well. And then look, you could even put in whatever head code you want. Look at that. This is brilliant. This is going to be a high score. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. This is going to be a very high score. Right, so let's have a look at it. Let's put that to one side. Take off the sleeve. Gosh, look at this. This is stunning, people. Absolutely stunning. Okay, do we fold that down? No? Does that just lift off? Yeah, I think we just lift off, don't we? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Everything out of shot, please. Absolutely everything. Look at that. Pause for the thumbnail shot. And continue. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Sprung buffers. Yay, we've got wipers on the windows. Look at that roof detail. Gosh, there's like a... How many mesh grills? You've got like a sort of mesh grill going over the mesh grills with a fan underneath them. And oh gosh, 2 of them. 2 lots of them. 1 at each end. Of course, yes, 2 engines. That is magnificent. Look, that's where your head codes go. Just in those ends there. And I'm assuming they're going to be illuminated as well. I'm pretty certain they're going to be illuminated. I definitely expect that. This is exquisite. There's a lot of weight to this. Plenty of weight. There's no need for any more, and there's definitely no need for any less. And in this BR green, it's just so striking. I mean, to a lot of people, the iconic colour is the maroon one. That's what they really like. The really royal, rich red that they do. But I love this. I love the green. I just think it's fantastic. It looks so... just so 1960s, so it's just iconic. I really, really do like it. And oh, we've got a logo over here. What's that say? Oh, British Railways. Huh. Yeah, well, I guess that figures. That's quite nice. Look at it. Look at it end on as well. Doesn't that look nice? That's beautiful. I see we've already got quite a bit of detail fitted, actually. Look, there's quite a few pipes there. There's quite a bit of pipe detail there already. As I say, the buffers are sprung. It would be nice if they were weathered and all greasy and stuff. I love doing that. I think that would be so awesome. Gosh, even a couple of lamp hooks. Oh, one of them looks like it's no, it's not really that bent, is it? No, it's okay. It's fine. No doors of any sort, but we have got little handrails there, but they're not metal. I think they're plastic. I think they are plastic. Oh my gosh, look at the bogie detail as well. Wow. That's brilliant. I wonder what sort of mechanism it's got. I wonder if it's got like just basically one gigantic centrally mounted motor and twin flywheels and stuff, because if it has, its performance is going to be really good. It's going to be really strong, really powerful. I find that a bit odd. What's that all about? Hot water and cold water? I don't know. I've got no idea. I just think it's a little bit odd. So if you know anything about that, please do share below. Made in China. Yeah, what isn't? But Dapol are nice and British. That's good. I'm sure they are. Yeah, in Wales, I think. Yeah, I'm sure they are. This is beautiful, folks. This is absolutely fantastic. This is such a nice and smart locomotive. I've noticed we've just got a couple of marks on the livery there. Oh, my apologies. Yes, we have got a little mark there which I need to just rub off, but these dots, they are supposed to be there. Look, there we go. Focus. Yes, finally. Look, it's just part of the livery. And as for the red circle with the white in the centre, I've got no idea what... Oh my gosh, I've just noticed that at the bottom as well. Is that like... Oh yeah, you can even feel that. It's not like behind a glass panel or anything. Wow. Oh, gosh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. What a locomotive. It feels quality. The build quality is excellent. It feels like nothing is going to snap off this. It just feels so solid and structurally sound and well built. It's just... Yeah, I can't delay any further. I've just got to put this on the track and give it a run. Okay, so here we are over at the layout. Test layout, conservatory layout, outer loop. I don't think there's a front or a back. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. Let's put it on this way. Now, one thing that I did notice is that the locomotive has 6 wheels on each bogie. I always thought it had 4. I used to think that it had 4 at each end and that was it. But of course it does have one in the middle that's hidden by, you know, the part of the apparatus there. And I had no idea about that until I opened it up that day. That's new to me. Ah, that is just exquisite. Seriously, it just looks so nice. It's so smart. It's such a quality locomotive. I've got to get a Western. I really have. I'm in love with them now. Let's give it some power. Select a direction. And now, I'm assuming it's all DC at the moment. I'm pretty sure it will be. Let's see if it goes. Oh, yes. It does. And with a lovely, reassuring quality rumble as well. Lights too. Seriously, that is so nice. It's just, you can almost feel it through your feet. It's such a reassuring rumble, if you like. this locomotive is it's just so fantastic. The quality is brilliant. It's exceptional. The only thing I think is missing is some coaches. So if I just bring it to a stop. Oh, of course, yeah, while we're at it, let's just test slow speed performance. So if we get it to go back a little bit. Oh my gosh. Bear in mind this is DC, people. There's no chip in this yet. Look at that. And then if I bring it to a stop again, switch direction, give it a bit of juice. Look at that. And that's DC. When you get a locomotive that can roll along like that in DC mode with no chip and barely any power, that is a sign of a quality mechanism, folks. Definitely. Without fail. Okay, coaches. What are we going to put on it? Regional Railways ones. We've got some beautiful LMS. There's the Heart of Midlothian coaches there. I don't think they're really suitable. The Pullman coaches aren't really suitable, I don't think. Oh, these aren't too bad. That came with the Royal Scot. They're quite good. They might look quite nice. There's only 6 of them though. Mark 4s, Mark 3s. No, I think it's definitely got to be the Heart of... No, not Heart of... Yeah, the Royal Scot ones. Okay, well, before I put the coaches on... oh, and I'm going to include one of these LMS full brakes as well, just because it looks quite smart and it'll make the train a little bit longer. Yeah, before I put all them all on, I've had to put a coupling on. Oh yes, it didn't have one, look. But this particular valance at this end of the locomotive has like a gap, if you can just see there, has a gap for the coupling to poke through, whereas the valance at the other end doesn't. It's completely sealed. But what's really nice is that the pack of accessories supplied with this Western allows you to choose exactly what you'd like to do. So there's a full valance, a full end, and then there's a holy one, a gappy one, if you want a coupling to poke through it, which is really quite good. The coupling itself is NEM. It's a slimline tension lock coupler, and it was inside this little bag, which is just bursting with accessories. Look at that. There's loads. This is going to be a high score. If it performs well, if it pulls this train magnificently, this is going to be a very high score. Okay, I've got a bit crazy. I have put more coaches on than I said I would. But bear with me, let me explain my method behind the madness. So here we have the LMS full brake, which I just love because it's really smart. Then we've got the Royal Scot coaches just there. And then panning round, we've got this really, really nice maroon coach, which is just a British Railways Mark 1 coach. I don't know where it's come from, but it's really, really nice. And then making up the back end of the train, we've got 6 Heart of Midlothian Mark 1 coaches. Yeah, to you too. So I thought, why not? They're just such nice, they are such nice coaches, and the Western probably would be seen hauling Mark 1 coaches anyway. I thought, let's just go for it. So there's all those there, that one there, those 4, and this one here. That's a total of 4, 6, 10, 12. 12 coaches. Wow. This is going to look good. At least I hope it is. I'm sure the Western can cope. Let's just get it coupled up onto the front of that one there. There we go. Okay, Western, take it away. Just as I thought. Piece of cake. Okay, here she comes. Let's give it a little bit more power. And a bit more power still. Conclusion? You want a conclusion? Isn't that enough of a conclusion for you? Just get one!